Okay, question one here. 57 add something equals 1003, right? There's a couple of ways of doing this. You could think, first of all, in terms of what's going on here on the number line. Okay, so if you've got 57, obviously I won't do this to scale, right? So 1003 here, okay? But you need to think, what am I adding on, okay, to 57 to get to my total of 1003. What am I actually adding on to 57 to get to it? All right. The other way of thinking about it is, what could we take away? Okay, what could we take away from 1003 to get to 57? So you could do it that way. So you could do 1003, take away 57. All right. 3 take away 7 you can't do, so we need to borrow. Now there's nothing to borrow from there or there, so we borrow that 1 from here. That disappears, and the 1 we borrow goes here, so it becomes a 10. So now we can borrow from that 10, becomes a 9, and then we've got 10 there. And now we can borrow from this 10, which becomes a 9, we have 13 here. So 13 take away 7 is 6, 9 take away 5 is 4, 9 take away nothing is 9, and you've got 0 here, so 946. Is my answer. Okay. Alternatively, right, you could actually count on as well. You could think, right, 57, right, all the way to, say, 60 is 3. Okay. Then from 60 to 100 is 40. Okay. And then from 40 to maybe, go straight for it, 1003 is 903. Put them together then. You can see you get 946. Okay, so lots of ways of doing this. Question 2, we see here we've got a take away and then an add. Right, so I would do these separately. I would take away first. Right, line up the decimal points. It's so important. You line up the decimal points. Okay, and then we subtract. So we'll do that first calculation to begin with here. This take away. So when we take away, obviously a 0 there. Okay, we'll put a 0 there because there's nothing there. 0 take away 5 we can't do. We borrow it, that becomes a 4. So 10 take away 5 is 4, 4 take away 3 is 1, decimal point, 3 take away 2 is 1, 6 take away nothing is 6, 8 take away nothing is 6, so 861.15, and then we need to add on that number here, okay? Okay, so we need to add on then to this total, we need to add this bit on, so again line them up, decimal points lined up. Put a 0 here. 0 plus 2 is 2. 5 plus 1 is 6. 1 plus 6 is 7. Decimal point. 1 plus 7 is 8. 6 plus 1 is 7. And then you've got an 8 there. So 878.762. Okay, again, that sort of counting on thing. What are we adding to 0.375 to get 2.9? Okay, so one way you could do is think about taking away. Okay, to see what needs adding on, what difference needs to be taken here, okay, to get from 0.375 to 2.9. So when we take away, again, line up the decimal points. 0 take away 5 you can't do, so we're going to borrow, we have to go all the way over here. That becomes a 10, and then becomes a 9, and we borrow that 1 over. 10 take away 5 is 5, 9 take away 7 is 2, 8 take away 3 is 5, and you've got 2 take away 0 is 2, so 2.525. Okay. Question 4. Again, we've got a mixture one where we've got to take away, okay, 18.4, so be careful when you line them up. That's how it should be lined up, because 2,000 decimal point would go here, wouldn't it? Okay. So you've got 2000.0, take away 18.4, all right? So again, you can have loads of borrowing here, okay, to work this out. So 2 becomes a 1, and then that becomes a 10. And you borrow 1 from the 10, becomes a 9, put the 1 there. That becomes a 10, borrow from here, that becomes a 9. Becomes a 10, and borrow from there then, becomes a 9, it becomes a 10 there. Lots of work. You get the answer out when we're taken away. So you end up having 10 take away 4 is 6, 9 take away 8 is 1, 9 take away 1 is 8, and then we've got 9 and 1. So 1, 9, 1, 1981.6. Okay, I mean, there is an easier way perhaps of taking away that, because if you think about it, 2000 take away 18.4, well, if you did 2000 take away 18 first, you could work that out to be 1982, and then you will need to do 1982 take away the 0.4, so you get 1981.6. It might be slightly quicker to do that. To add them then, okay, line them up. 6 plus 6 is 12, so 2 carry 1. 1 plus 5 is 6, plus the 1 is 7. 8 plus 2 is 10, plus the, that's it, isn't it? 8 plus 2 is 10, so 0 carry the 1. And then 9 plus 1 is 10, so 0 carry the 1. So you end up with 2007.2. Again, you've got accounting on, so you could do 100.3 take away 23.75, okay, to see what that gap is. Alternatively, what you could do is just count on, okay. If you count on to say maybe 24, okay, to see what that gap is. So you've got 0.25 there. Then go all the way maybe to 100, okay. So that would be 76, and then obviously to 100.3 is 0.3. Okay, so you can work out what that gap is between those two numbers, okay, by counting on. And then you've got 76 plus 0.25 plus 0.3. Okay, add them up, you get 76.55. Okay. Or you could have just done it conventional, taken away there. Right, question 6 then. Write two values greater than 0 that add up to 0.1. Okay, and this is an interesting one, isn't it? It's got to add up to 0.1. Okay, so what we should do is think about the hundredths column, right? So if you think about it, 0.04. Okay, what could I add to that? Now, if you think about it, we'd want to get our answer in the tenths column. Okay, so we wanted to add up to give 0.1. Okay, so both numbers are greater than 0, and you've got 0.04. If I make that a 6, of course, that would end up being a 10, which means I have a 0 here, and I'd carry the 1. So then this is 0, and then the 1 goes there. So 0.04 and 0.06 work. Okay, there's lots of other examples which you could use. Okay, 7, 8, and 9. 7, BODMAS again. In this case here, you work out 5 squared is 25, so you work out in the bracket first. 4 squared is 16. So work that bracket out. That becomes 9, so you get 27 as the answer. Here you've got 7 plus 1 is 8, so so then you've got 8 there squared, and here you've got 10 take away 6 is 4, so that's 4 squared. This becomes 64, that becomes 16 when you square them, so you get 80. In the bracket here, well, you need to work out the multiplication first. Okay, and in this bracket you can work that out. 18 divided by 6 is 3. This becomes 3 squared divided by 3, and then this becomes 9 divided by 3, which equals to 3.